I didn't notice it at first. You'd think a massive concrete structure humming day and night would catch someone's attention. But the truth is, the mind is a lazy thing. It edits out what doesn't make sense. I think, deep down, something in me always knew that place wasn't right. But I ignored it. We all did. I moved to Edenton in 2014. Small town, northeast Pennsylvania. Nothing special. Population just under 900. Mostly older folks. Lots of silence. The kind of place where time forgets to move forward. I was coming off a divorce, and when I saw the two-story fixer-upper for a quarter of its value, I thought I'd hit the jackpot. Quiet neighbors, cheap land, no kids screaming in the street. Just woods, wind, and a horizon swallowed by hills. The factory was 2 houses over, just beyond a row of leafless birch trees. No signage, no traffic, no activity. Just a windowless building, a crooked smokestack, and a gate that never opened. I figured it was abandoned. Maybe some old mining facility left rot. The town's official website didn't even list it. Google Maps blurred it out. I should have never asked more questions. First month was fine. I painted the walls, fixed the boiler, chopped wood. It was early autumn, my favorite season. Every evening I would sit on the porch with a beer, watch the sun go down, and listen to the trees rustle. Then the hum started. It wasn't loud, more like a distant engine, a mechanical purr that vibrated just under your skin. Some nights it was barely there. Other nights it grew louder, like it was moving. I asked a guy at the gas station about it. Grizzled, gray-bearded, smelled like diesel. His answer stuck with me. You hear it too? He wouldn't say anything else. I started waking up at 3:33 every night, same time. Eyes wide open, heart racing, soaked in sweat. No dreams, just the sound. It came through the walls, the floor, the bones. One night I went to the window and looked toward the factory. That's when I saw them. Figures. Dozens of them moving around the building like shadows on a screen. No lights, no flashlights, no noise, just long silhouettes that walked without rhythm. They weren't wearing anything identifiable. No uniforms, no gear, just human shapes stretched unnaturally tall, some with arms too long or necks too short. I told myself they were workers on a night shift. That I was imagining things, that it was fog. But it wasn't fog. Next week, my dog Fim started acting strange. Growling at corners, refusing to go outside at night. He scratched at the door when the humming was loud as whining like something was coming. One morning I had a gash on the side as though something had clawed him through the fence. That same day, I noticed something else. The birds were gone. Not just a few, all of them. No crows, no sparrows, not even insects. The air was dead, quiet, except for the hum. It pulsed now, like a heartbeat that didn't match mine. It made my vision ripple when it got loud enough. My hand shook. I stopped sleeping. So I did what any fool would do. I tried to record it. Set up a trail cam near the edge of the woods, aimed at the back gate of the factory, left it overnight. The next morning, the cam was gone. Not broken, not knocked over, gone. Nothing but an indent in the wood where the tripod had stood. I took the porch camera next, rewound the footage from the night before. What I saw made me cold. At 3:33 a.m., a shape, humanoid but not, crawled across the porch ceiling like an insect. No face, no visible joints, just a pale, smooth thing that clung upside down to the wood. It paused by the camera, tilted its head, or what I think it was its head, and then the screen went black. Not corrupted, just nothing. I bought locks, guns, floodlights. None of it helped. Because that same night, I heard something open in the basement. Let me be clear, I live alone. I always have. And I never go into the crawl space below the house because I don't want to have one. The house is sitting on a concrete foundation. But I heard it. Stone grinding on stone, a low creak, like a trap door being pulled from beneath the earth. I didn't go down. I boarded it shut from the inside, bolted every door, and stayed awake all night, shotgun in hand. Around 4 a.m., the humming stopped. I could feel the silence, like it had weight. The next day, I drove into town. I needed answers. The local library was half a man. It didn't run by a woman who looked 90 but moved like she was 30. She wore a black shawl and smiled with her teeth clamped shut. I asked about the factory. She stopped smiling. That place ate on any deed. Never once. She was first. They built to before the war. Before our war. Is older than you know, older than us. Don't look at it. What do you mean older than us? She looked me dead in the eyes. Her pupils were too large. They came before names, before stars. That place is just a door. And doors open both ways. A few nights later, I heard something scratching inside the walls. Not mice, not raccoons. Something heavy, slow, clawed. I'd rest my ear against the plaster and heard breathing. Wet, wheezing, breathing. Something was behind the drywall. I tore it over with a crowbar. There was a tunnel. Not a pipe, a tunnel. Freshly dug, lined with black veined roots that pulsed as in a flashlight. It stretched straight toward the factory. I should have left, burned the place, fled the country, was about once. I wasn't sure how good. People who tried to leave either never got fired. A friend I confided in, a guy from the post office, offered to help me get out. Next day, he was found in his car on the edge of town, eyes and tongue missing. No blood, no tire tracks, just there. People said suicide. I said screw it, and I went in. I brought everything I had, camera, flashlight, weapons, pills. I entered the tunnel pure flood, didn't want to make noise. The air grew colder. The deeper I went, moist, heavy, with the smell of copper and mildew. After about 30 minutes of crawling, I emerged into a cavern beneath the factory. There were lights, faint blue, like they were underwater, and there were tanks. Hundreds of them. Some were broken. Some filled with a liquid that shimmered like mercury. Inside were bodies. Some human. Some not. Some didn't have skin. Some too much. Some looked like they'd been copied and pasted wrong. Featured duplicated in the wrong places. One of them looked just like me. It opened its eyes. I ran. But I didn't run fast enough. Something grabbed my leg, cold, many fingers, and whispered in a voice like insects crawling across glass. You are not the first. I get free, both to a magic climb with the surface I can up the sky with wrong too many stars. The moment go on, tree back in directions. That didn't make sense. Time flickered. I passed out. When I woke, it was morning. Normal sky, normal trees. But the factory was gone, not destroyed. Gone, no ruined, no what, no trace. My house is still there, so am I. But things aren't right. I dream of tunnels now, endless tunnels that breathe. I wait for dirt in my mouth. Sometimes I hear my own voice call from the woods, and sometimes I answer. There's something inside me I don't know. When it got in, I call up black liquid in the morning. I bleed it from my ears during snores. I can hear electricity now. Feel it crawling over my